many papers you got there?
Well, I wrote it really big, so it looks like a lot. There's not much here, mate. 2 minutes. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and what it was have been circus freaks, but we haven't changed yet. It's not the first time I've stood up today from a warm seat with a piece of paper in my hand. I can tell you that. I was supposed to do a few thank yous, but now Mathew's done them all. I'd just like to thank Axl Rose and Noel Gallagher, two of the greatest albums ever made. It's always an honour to be asked to be best man, especially when the honour comes from a great bloke like Mathew. Matt, or also known as Mathew, Splat, Splatto, Peter Ebdon, Stan Laurel, Stretch Armstrong, or Dirt. Me and Mathew go back about 15 years or so when I started working at the Plum Centre. On the first day, I was talking to a young, fresh-faced, clean-shaven boy with shredded wheat for hair. I'm Kirk, I said. Who are you? I'm Mathew, he replied. He asked if I was going to work my way to the top. I replied, nah. A friendship was formed. I learned a lot about plumbing from Matt at Plum Centre, mainly how to make a tidy sleep den from rolls of insulation and radiators, avoid serving customers and taking a 2-hour dinner break. The next 18 months were great, full of comedy and childish behaviour, but one day I decided to leave. By chance, me and young wheat hairs paths crossed again, both working at Jacko's. The romance rekindled, and within a few days we was nipping down the pub in a dinner hour and drinking as many pints as we could in 45 minutes. Staggering back to work, slaughtered. Great days. A month or so later, Mathew discovered the flat. And Mathew moved in. With me, Matt, Chibi in one flat, Crofty, Andy and Dangerous Dave in the flat next door, the 6 of us entertained what seemed like the rest of the village 7 nights a week. Matt soon settled into his new surroundings. However, there were a few rules about flat life. First of all, you must be able to drink to be allowed in the flat. Not a problem for Matt, whose 4-tin limit became legendary. Not only could he suck 4 tins of lager, but he could also fall asleep straight after drinking them. No mean feat by anyone's standards. That soon changed when forced to do it every night of the week. His tolerance for lager improved. It wasn't long before he could drink 5. Oh, hello. Christmas 1999. It's Christmas Eve and being a bit daft, me and Matt decided to ante up on the drink front. Not happy with just drinking lager, we thought of a different drink. Vodka and Mad Dog 2020. It seemed like a good idea at the time. After downing a pint of this new fun cocktail, we went down the pub. 5 minutes after walking in and sitting down, Matt started to feel a little bit sleepy, for a change. As I turned to talk to him, he leant over and fell straight into the Christmas tree. Quicker than Rick Waller picking up a cream cake. There he remained for the rest of the night. 6 hours. Amazing.
It's true. It's very true.
Never fall asleep in the flat. As I mentioned earlier, Matt's hair looked like shredded wheat, but it was about to change. After one Friday night of fun, Matt did his usual falling asleep trick. Morning came, he awoke, dusted himself down, and went down to Tubby Uppy's newsagents below the flat for some refreshments. He couldn't understand why the woman at the counter was laughing at him. Matt took his can of cherry coke and a Milky Bar to his car. He was about to drive off when he caught a glimpse of himself in the mirror. The phantom shaver had struck again. Half of his hair was missing. "Who's had my wheat?" he declared. I'll never forget lying in bed hearing the stamping of feet up the stairs, the slamming the doors, and Matt shouting, "Can someone finish me off?" Ever since that day, Matt decided to be a baldy. You must be able to play darts at the flat. Every Friday night before going down the pub, we'd have a 12-man or more game of Harvey. A darts game which you do not want to come last in, because the poor bugger who did would have to drink a pint of cocktail mix that would blow your head off. We've seen some great dart players in the years: Eric Bristow, Jockey Wilson, Phil Taylor, to name but a few, each having their own style and ability. Mathew, however, has the style of girl throwing a ball in a game of rounders and no ability. We used to have side bets on whether he'd hit the carpet or the wall. But fair play to the lad. Every week he was up for it, never backing out of a big Friday night game. Idiot. Now, Russell. That's not it, there's another bit. No, there's another bit. No. Sorry. Right, you must do your fair share of cleaning at the flat. With 3 lads living together, you can expect a lot of mess. Not a problem if you all muck in and at least try to keep things tidy. Not Mathew. His idea of cleaning up was to pick his socks up off the floor and put them on. Every time the pots wanted washing up, Matt would disappear like Mr. Claypole in Rent-A-Ghost. Now you see him, now you don't. Mondays were always a big clean-up after the weekend, or at least it was for me and Chibi. Matt would always nip off on a Monday, take his washing around his mum's house and have some tea. Don't know though, does that make him lazy or clever? I was struggling here, here it is. Do you mind if I just go down here?
I know.
Anyway, flat life ended, and it was over to Monks Road. Due to a misunderstanding with the rent, Chibi decided to buy 137 Monks Road. Monks Road was good, life was good, until the landlord, Chibi, was injured due to a freak accident when a very large box of adult entertainment videos landed on his head from a loft arch. Yeah.
They were bodges.
Oh yeah.
That wasn't me, that was bodges.
Enough was enough. Mathew was sentenced to 1 year in Australia. During his time down under, Matt, or Dirt as I like to call him, needed a cleaner for his room in the backpackers. Not able to wash up or look after himself, Michelle was sent in to clean his room. Matt soon saw 2 great assets about his cleaning friend. She could wash up and she could unblock a toilet. Love blossomed, and Matt and Michelle came back to God's country, and the rest, as they say, is history. Mathew has been transformed from a non-drinking lady's front garden to a bearded drinking wizard. who as the stag do proved, could drink with the best, such as Oliver Reed, Peter O'Toole, Gaza and Don Brennan. But on a serious note, apart from the flat, Michelle is the best thing that has happened to Matt, and I'm sure you'll all agree they make a great couple. So without further ado, can you all join me and raise your glasses in a toast to the bride and groom? Bride and groom. Now the games commence, and for that reason, I'm out.